speaking of roughing it, Aaron Rodgers still is. And
He's still in the hole?
Well, I mean, he has he is,
out. We haven't heard from him.
Nobody knows. He wasn't even on Pat's show yesterday, right?
Well, today's Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So maybe he'll show up on Pat's show and
I don't know.
See his shadow, or it'll be longer winter for Green Bay because he hasn't given an answer yet.
Man, that was cold-blooded.
And so we haven't used that Gus Johnson drop in a while. No, it's the truth, though. I mean, we're all waiting.
And we are waiting.
And it's not just we in the media. It's teams that are looking for quarterbacks who happen to be first ballot great, who may just be available to help you win a championship in his remaining years of window of greatness. But apparently there's other stuff that comes with Aaron Rodgers, as is evidenced by him not responding to the Packers yet. And before we play the soundbite from Brian Gutekunst, the general manager of the Packers, who spoke not at a podium but locally to reporters, and or he spoke to the local beat writers and reporters of the Wisconsin world, and maybe some other interested national folks who might be interested, New York writers who are interested, if the Jets are interested in Aaron Rodgers, and so on and so forth. Just understand this in advance. The fact that Rodgers hasn't told Brian Gutekunst anything yet, significant yet, he's not anywhere near the drama of Brett Favre from back in the day when Rodgers was the Jordan Love in this equation, waiting for his chance. Not at all. Just think, if Rodgers was not telling anything to Gutekunst by March 28th, then he'd be entering the Favre era. And then him then saying, I'm retired, and coming back and saying, I want to come back to the Packers on June 28th. Now he's entered Favre territory. So I front load that when we now listen to Brian Gutekunst talk about the latest between the Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, really no updates. Again, I think like I was talking earlier, haven't had the conversations that we need to have yet. So really no update. But looking forward here to being an ND and look at these prospects and trying to help this football team.
Who initiates when those conversations will take place with Aaron?
Yeah, there's been some contact back and forth. Obviously, he's had some things on his plate, but hopefully those things will happen soon.
Do you want him back as the quarterback of the Packers?
Yeah, I think those discussions have to happen and making sure that it's the right fit. But obviously, we know the kind of player that Aaron is, and once we have those conversations, we'll be able to move forward. We'll have more to say.
Now the words, the right fit,
he's not coming back.
Jump out at you and just hit you over the head.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers not the right fit for the Green Bay Packers? Really? What does that mean? And I asked this of Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated yesterday, and I'm going to ask it of everybody until we get an answer here. Because you hear all the time, Rodgers, the Packers need to know if he's all in. And I asked Breer, what does that mean? Because when they need him to hear that he's all in, how was he not all in last year? Because he wasn't at all the offseason workouts. He didn't have like a Rodgers mini camp of his own with the young kids who just got drafted. And don't listen to all that stuff about how he's estranged from a lot of the locker room. Favre went through the same thing. Because guess what? The kids in that locker room are literally half his age. What's he going to talk to him about? New TikToks? Seriously. What's he going to talk to him about? Hey, want to make a TikTok?
Call of Duty.
Hey, Aaron, we're making TikToks over here. You want to join us? Seriously.
Christian Watson is 23.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's not much in common here. So that might be what he's talking about, too. So don't make it seem like Rodgers is the a-hole that won't fit in the square peg hole. It may just be we're a young team. Jordan will be the guy here.
He loves TikTok.
Want a TikTok? Hello, fellow youths. Who wants to TikTok today? You know, I mean, so that's maybe what he's talking about too. Right fit. Jordan Love may be the right fit because that's a 23-year-old. That's a 22-year-old. That's this guy who's growing up. And Rodgers may be, you know what? I'm done with the child care. I want to go someplace where there's a grown-ass man named Devontae Adams, or I want to go to a spot where, you know.
Was a grown-ass man named Mike Evans.
So, you know, or Derrick Henry. I don't know. I mean, like, so let's just, you know, bide our time a little bit more because there is time. The new league year begins 2 weeks from tomorrow. What's it called again? Negotiating
It's the
window?
negotiation
period.
Ah, that begins 2 weeks from yesterday. So
I printed that out for you.
there's time. There's time. He could even go, you know, in the dark again for 3-4 more days and still.
Hello, darkness, my old
Now,
friend.
I understand the Packers want an answer. I would too. Like, just ask Jerry, agent to the stars. When I'm waiting to find something, I'm like Mona Lisa Vito. My clock is ticking. You know, when I'm trying to make a business deal for this show and everything else, I'm like, let's go. So I understand the Packers want to know, certainly when they're walking around and evaluating talent and what direction are they going to go in. And maybe, just maybe, they're hoping Rodgers comes out and says, I don't want to play anymore. Or for you, or I want to go somewhere else. Send me somewhere else. And you start Jordan Love's tenure. Like, this is the way I'm reading it all here. And, you know, I think people are going to be like, the right fit. How is Aaron Rodgers not the right fit? He may not be the right fit anymore. It may be it. And I do speak to some fans that are like, we're done. We're done. The sky caves and the and everything else that he's saying, we're done. Yeah. He's making us wait. And it's like, again, this is not even remotely close to Favre.
Got some time for that.
Oh, my goodness. He hasn't given an answer yet. I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, but it's not like he's gone radio silent. So we're going to find out. And I can't wait to get to Indianapolis. I am going to hear all sorts of insane things.
All the tea's going to be spilled there, Rich. Oh, man. It's going to be like the Boston Tea Party there.
Start a burner Twitter, okay?
Yeah, and just
and then to text it to me, and then I'll just hit it with retweets, but it'll be like a wink that we know that you're telling us what's going on.
At B. Colangelo?
No, overheard at the Combine.
It's an old school NBA reference.
Nice.
Thank you.
I don't like that one either. But
Sorry.
I ruined his team.
Sorry.
Sure, the process.
Overheard at Combine, and then just like you hit me, I'll just like subtly retweet it.
Could you imagine I do something like that? How stupid could I be?
Well, you wouldn't be doing it.
You're not doing
You
it.
would
You know what I'm
technically
gonna
be
do?
deep throat.
You know what I'm going to
Dennis.
do instead? I'm just going to go take a nap because I got 3 kids, and I honestly, there's 3
You're
things.
right.
There's 3 things I'm going to do at the combine. I'm going to work my ass off.
Sleep in.
Not work
I'm
out.
going to on occasion have a glass of red at night.
Oh, that's
and
mandatory.
and then whenever possible, go to sleep. I'm going to create my own little darkness cave in whatever hotel room I've got, and it's just going to be like, I want blackout curtains.
You want a hack for that?
Oh, I got like some eye pillows.
The eye pillows.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
You take the curtains. You know
Good
the
night. My left eye is twitching having this
you know
conversation.
the hangers in hotel rooms that have the little hooks on it
Yeah,
for
of
your
course.
pants.
Yeah.
You take those and you put the curtains together and you use those to make it shut,
Oh.
and that's how no
Wow.
light seeps.
You didn't know that?
I'm in. I'm in. I got it. I got it. Oh gosh. So that's my plan.
Okay.
For the NFL Network's coverage.
Here, and I'll just hit it from one of my burners.
And that's my take on Aaron Rodgers. From soup to absolutely nuts. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.